In terms of claims, my feeling is that underwriting has got the lion's share of investment in location analytics to date, and that claims is playing a bit of catch up. I would throw that out as a completely unverified observation. But I have a feeling that it's probably been more of an investment on the front end. What can location intelligence do for claims in terms of responding to losses, loss management, loss control, adjuster assignment? And perhaps, Dale, you would be in a good position.
Sure. I think the early wins were around that, what I call the workforce management component.
Right.
So whether it be a catastrophe or not, even just in normal situations, being able to assign the claims, knowing where your claims are coming in. We did some early work a couple of years ago where we took the predictive path of a hurricane and mapped that against policy, and then be able to determine which cities do we need to concentrate the response for adjusters on, that sort of thing. And if you marry that with where are your professional workforce, so now if you know real time based on their geo-positioning where your people are,
right.
You get a new claim in, well, I've got this person 2 miles away, I'll assign it to him,
right.
That sort of thing. So.
Right. Does it help in terms of large loss events as well, like cat events? Are you mainly talking about cat events, or it could be any type of loss event?
We see it just in normal operation too, but obviously in cat events, it's
right.
really critical because you're in that rapid response mode.
Right.
So you need that information and you need it visually right in front of you all the time.
Right.
So
that's a good point. Do you see this emerging more and more on the claims side in terms of location intelligence? Or I think you mentioned it's early stages still, but do you see this emerging more and more on the claims side?
I think so, yeah. I mean, there's going to be, we're just starting to get into things like predictive analytics around reserving, that sort of thing. So there's
right.
going to be additional uses
right.
beyond just where's the claim and what's the severity of the claim. That's what we're seeing now.
Well, are you seeing this more on the claims side as well? Or you see some of this?
Yeah, we actually did a demo for a client in the U.S. And just to echo the story about the hurricane, when you think about the path of the hurricane and predicting what's going to happen, we did a real-time feed, a concept essentially on a hurricane path, and pull up real-time news events and social media feeds on that path and saying what's happening in that state or in that city or in that jurisdiction in real time, what's the news reporting, what's social media tweeting, so you can have the latest and greatest information on the impact, and therefore present the early intervention options or the support, and then kind of mobilize adjusters and inform local authorities and governments and insurance companies around latest information. So that's how that's where location intelligence can be really powerful in terms of bringing that real time feed into play in a major cat event to minimize, because the impact, even a few percentage points shaved off, the loss impact is huge.
Right, and it's not just for hurricanes; it could be for any type of risk, really. Any type of
yeah.
Hale? Yeah, so there's a really nice Hale app, and you're going to laugh at me, but this is in Slovenia. So Slovenia and that whole piece of Southern Europe is very hail exposed,
right.
And even for, your personal auto insurance, you've got an app in your car, you've got an app on your phone.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm sure people in Alberta would like that.
Yeah. Well, you heard this idea here, so who's going to take it up first?
Who would have thought that
text message? Drive to Lethbridge. Okay, and the Alberta city leaves.
Well, that is basically the concept.
But so to tie claims and hail and location based together, I mean, one of the stories I've heard in another jurisdiction was the guy that was driving his car. He's looking at the weather forecast and he's driving his car to where the next hailstorm is. Claim the hail damage, take the car to his buddy's auto shop, get it fixed there, and this was happening over and over again. And so until you look at kind of the distances that are being traveled from a certain point for all of these claims, well, there's other triggers that you might want to look at, but there's an example of kind of using the location-based piece to help in the fight against fraud.
Right.
I think that's a really good example of how this is a win-win, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you can say that this gives us the ability to be more proactive than reactive. So I've come with another example of an event, a very special event that was back in Denmark a few years ago, where there was a guy who decided to store fireworks in his basement. He was in the middle of a city, and as you can imagine, this thing happened. It all exploded. and we just implemented geo-coding at that stage. So that was really lucky in the sense that we were able to identify the customers that were affected very quickly, being able to identify the customers that were affected of this event, and reach out to them proactively before we have even seen the claim. So lots of different events where it can have an effect.